BMW fault code P1030 relates to a problem with the valvetronic system, which controls the engine's variable valve timing for improved performance and efficiency. This code can be tricky to handle, but I'll guide you step by step through understanding, diagnosing, and fixing it. First, let's break down what the P1030 code means. This code indicates that the valvetronic system is not functioning correctly. The valvetronic system adjusts the lift of the intake valves, optimizing air intake for varying driving conditions. When this system fails, it can lead to symptoms like rough idling, loss of power, and poor fuel economy. Common causes of this code include a faulty valvetronic motor, damaged eccentric shaft sensor, electrical wiring issues or loose connections, and software issues within the engine control module (ECM). Before diving into diagnostics, it's important to recognize the symptoms. Check engine light illuminated, rough idling or erratic engine behavior, decreased engine power and performance, increased fuel consumption, and hesitation during acceleration. If you're experiencing any of these issues, there's a good chance the P1030 code is involved. Now, let's move on to diagnosing the problem. First, scan for fault codes using an OBD2 scanner to confirm the P1030 code. Record any other related codes that might point to specific issues within the valvetronic system. Next, begin by visually inspecting the wiring and connectors associated with the valvetronic system. Look for loose connections, damaged wires, or any signs of corrosion. Then, disconnect the valvetronic motor and check for physical damage. Using a multimeter, test the motor's resistance according to your BMW specifications. If the readings are outside the specified range, the motor might need replacement. After that, remove the eccentric shaft sensor and look for oil in the connector. Clean it carefully and check for any visible damage. In some cases, replacing the sensor might be necessary. Finally, a software issue within the ECM could also trigger the P1030 code, so visit a BMW specialist or dealership to see if an ECM software update is available. After diagnosing, it's time to move on to fixing the issue. If you found damaged or corroded wires during your inspection, repair or replace them as needed. This can often solve communication problems within the valvetronic system. If the motor's resistance test failed, replace the motor. After installation, perform a motor adaptation using a diagnostic tool to allow the ECM to recognize the new motor. If the sensor was contaminated with oil or showed signs of failure, replace it and make sure to clear any oil from the area to prevent future issues. If your diagnosis pointed to a software issue, take the vehicle to a BMW dealership or a specialized mechanic to have the ECM updated. Once you've made the necessary repairs, clear the fault codes using the OBD2 scanner. Start the engine and allow it to idle. Then, take the car for a test drive, keeping an eye on engine performance. If the check engine light remains off and the symptoms have improved, you've likely resolved the P1030 issue. Always remember, diagnosing and fixing fault codes like P1030 can be complex. If you're uncertain at any step, consult a professional mechanic. Proper diagnosis is key to preventing further damage and ensuring your BMW runs smoothly.